If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Check out Vizio's complete lineup of home entertainment. From stunning smart TVs to immersive soundbars, Vizio has you covered. Experience entertainment like never before with hundreds of built-in apps, including Watch Free Plus for free live and on-demand TV, all ready to go right out of the box. You can even stream your favorite music, radio, and podcasts with the iHeartRadio app, available on every Vizio smart TV. Transform your entertainment with incredible picture quality and next-level audio. Visit Vizio.com today.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
The story you're about to hear is a great example of dudes will always be dudes, no matter if they're a little dude or an old dude. And JB's got a story about some old dudes.
I'm sort of paraphrasing. It's really my wife's story. I wasn't there, but my mother-in-law, my wife's mom had some pretty serious back surgery. And so, she was in the hospital a couple of weeks. Now she's in a rehab center. And she was, immobile for quite a while. But they, asked, oh, do you want to take a bath now, finally? Which is great. That's a good sign. Or take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Good sign, right?
Sure.
And so my wife happened to be there. And the place is, nursing / recovery. So, right, she's there for recovery, not to be in a nursing home, but it's a combination of the two. And so these are all people that need to be assisted to shower. So they take my mother-in-law out there, and there's a line. There's a line of people waiting to get assistance on the shower. And my wife is like, there were a couple old guys just flirting with they weren't there to shower. They were messing with everybody. They were playing animal sounds on their phones just to get reaction. And just kind of perving out a little bit. Mm-hmm. And she said at one point, when she was about to leave, my wife had on like dress shorts. Her work is semi-casual, but it was nice, a nice dress shorts outfit. Mm-hmm. And one woman came up to her and she's like, young lady, you just shouldn't wear those short shorts. Those guys act like they've never seen legs before in their life. They were talking about you after you walked off, and I had to go get on them.
Really?
But they're just pervy old dudes just milling around the nursing home. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and they're at an age where they don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. Yeah, I'm
what
dirty old man.
Kick me out? I don't want to be here anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
A dirty old man just being a dirty old man. That's what he is.
Probably just wearing Dickies, sitting in their wheelchair.
Yeah.
Being pervy.
No one says anything to him like, dude, chill out. Dude, be nice.
Well, that woman said she had to go reprimand him a little bit.
Right.
About Aaron's legs. That's amazing.
Now, does your mother-in-law know this now? Because that would be very uncomfortable for her if she knows this now.
That I don't know.
Aaron needs to tell her. Mom.
Watch out for these dudes.
Yeah. These guys are being creepy.
I think her reaction was like, she hadn't been out of the room until then. She's like, I had no idea all this was going on out here.
Yeah. There's some weird stuff that goes, I know she's not in a nursing home. She's in a rehab. Right. But I remember when my aunt was in a nursing home, my great aunt, and she kept telling my dad and me that there were people stealing her socks. They were like stealing. So we fixed that, and we got a Sharpie and wrote her name on the foot of all of her socks, right? So I went to go visit her once, and I'm sitting there, and she had a roommate that was there laying in bed watching the Wheel of Fortune. And I looked at the bottom of her socks, and damn it had my aunt's name on it.
Stole her socks.
I went over there and I said, hey, lady, those are her socks. And she goes, well, I'm wearing them. And I go, not anymore. And I reached down and grabbed them. I snatched her socks right off. And I went back to my Aunt Olga, who's just a tough old broad. And I go, I got your socks back. And she goes, good. She's a thief. I said, all right. It was the last time
I've always said they should do a reality show in a nursing home.
Oh, yeah.
It would be
absolutely. They could make it funny, but they could also make it sweet.
Right.
If they did a show, they could, they could show the funny stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. That place is down in the Village had an outbreak of the cooties.
Oh, that's right.
All the meemaws and the peepaws are getting it on in the nursing home.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So when my daughter was like 10, we went to do a wake surf competition in Orlando. Mm-hmm. And the host hotel was in the Villages, which is, it's massive. It's way bigger than you ever thought. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just like a little community. It's like its own city.
Like Sun City and Georgetown is just a little cul-de-sac in the Villages. Right? Yeah,
it's small in comparison to the Villages. Yeah. And my daughter's 10 years old. She was just in awe of the people cruising around the Villages because first of all, they all had pimped out golf carts. They're made to look like a Rolls Royce and stuff like that, or a Cadillac, cool. Or lifted and flags on them and stuff like that. Extreme golf carts because I think they don't really enforce drinking and driving much if you're in a golf cart.
Yeah,
but there's just so we go there. One of the reception dinner to check in was at this Mexican restaurant / club next to the hotel. And I just remember my daughter and me too, just being in awe of all the golf carts. But then, the club starts picking up and all the old ladies were out there grinding and oh man, it was awesome.
I feel like it's awkward to watch.
Totally should be a reality show.
That would be fun. That would be fun because a lot of people they're old in body but still young in their mind, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I met a guy who is not even 60 yet, and he is living in Sun City. And I was like kind of taken aback, and I didn't want to be rude, but I go, I got to ask, are you one of the younger people there? And he was like, you'd be surprised because I think 55 and older for most of those places, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, it's awesome. The pool, the tennis, the golf. He just was rattling off all the amenities. He goes, it's amazing and it's affordable. And,
Yeah. This guy just wants to be the golf club champion, and he wants to be the pickleball champion, the tennis champion, cornhole, racquetball. That's all he wants. That's what he's doing.
He's guaranteed to not be woken up by anybody having a loud party in the neighborhood. I'd move there just for that. They all shut it down by 9 or 10.
Probably.
He's sandbagging against the retirees, huh?
That's your theory? That's what I think he's doing for
Interesting theory.
But he's not even, what is he, in his late 50s and lives there, huh?
Yeah. It threw me off. It
made you realize you're a lot older than you are, huh?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Y'all qualify.
Yeah. Yeah. Go to a class reunion and look around. You're like, no.
Yeah.
Stop.
And it doesn't have to be a class reunion. I remember going to like the last time that, the police did that one-off tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They reunited for a tour. And that was in my wheelhouse. Couldn't have been there was probably no bigger band in 1986, maybe Van Halen. And I was like, and you just look around because they're all your age. They're all in your wheelhouse. And I'm just like, no.
1031austin.com. This is the JB and Sandy Show on Austin's 80 station, 103.1.
Hey, if you're just joining us, make sure you get the podcast version of the show. It's available every single day. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app. The UTEP Miners are coming to town on Saturday to play the Longhorns. That game is at 3:15. High on Saturday, going to be 90. You can catch the game right here on Austin's 80 station, 103.1. Craig Way has the call. And since it is football season, Tricia found something pretty funny. A guy on Instagram. And explain what this guy does, Trish, and then I'll kind of set up the clip, okay?
Yeah. His name is John Franklin, and he talks to his girlfriend about football drama, like what's going on with, like Aaron Rodgers and that whole drama with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he talks to her like it's a buddy of his that he knows in another city. So he gives her the football drama without her knowing it's football and not naming first and last names, and presents it to her like gossip. So she'll get totally into it and want to talk to him about it. And
So
it works.
Yeah, it works. And here he is, for those of you that are not big NFL football fans, what he's talking about here are the Cleveland Browns, and they have 4 different quarterbacks that they can't decide what to do with. When they had one that they liked, who, by the way, he's going to mention Baker. That's Baker Mayfield, the former Lake Travis and OU quarterback, right? So just follow it along and know that the names that he's mentioning are all quarterbacks on the roster.
Tell you about this friend that I got. They're in a bit of a situation with dudes. No, they're not gay.
We're saying it weird. What do you mean they're in a situation with dudes?
They're playing the field a little bit right now. They were with a guy for a while named Baker. And Baker was cool. We liked Baker.
I'm assuming that was his last name.
No, Baker's his first name.
Failing business?
What? So we thought my friend and Baker were gonna be like long term.
Yeah.
Then out of nowhere they just dumped Baker for this guy Deshaun. And Deshaun is a known abuser.
Emotionally and physically?
Yes.
Damn it.
Multiple women.
This is bad news.
He was so horrible in their relationship, but they're still like sort of on again, off again right now.
Sounds like she has horrible taste.
Yeah, for a long time, this person has had horrible taste. So they've decided that they need to start playing the field. So now they're juggling like 5 guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's summertime, right?
I guess so. There's this guy. His name is Joe. He's older. This guy, Kenny, who was with somebody else. There's this other guy, Dylan, younger than the aforementioned people. And then there's this guy, Shadur. Everybody wants to believe in him. And then there's this guy, Tyler, who everybody refers to as Snoop, but we don't really talk about him much. You got to make a decision. They went on a date with Shadur.
Okay.
And he was apparently awesome.
Okay.
They were kind of like wishy-washy after, like, well, we still got to see what the other guys can offer us.
Why?
Because apparently this person doesn't like to be happy, ever.
Okay. Maybe a little bit of a commitment issue?
Yeah, they've had this commitment issue for years.
So he just drags her along with like it's soap opera-ish.
Like it's clever. Real people.
Right. So Tricia, you're football, but you're not a huge football fan. That was still good to you, even though you didn't know the situation with the Cleveland Browns?
Right, because the clip I saw was when he was talking about Aaron Rodgers, and he's telling his girlfriend. So he was dating this one girl for a while. That was when he was dating the actress whose name I can't think of right now, Shailene Woodley. Mm-hmm. He's like, she was dating this one girl for a while, and they seemed real happy. And then they broke up. And then the next thing you know, he announces he's married. And the people he works for doesn't even know he's married. Like talking about the football team. I just think it's very clever because if she knew it was football, she'd be listening with one ear, would not be interested.
Right.
But if it's gossip, she's all in.
Right.
Funny.
Tell everybody that he's pretty funny. He's got a lot of followers too. What was his name again?
John Franklin. His Instagram is _John Franklin _
JB, quick question for you about content creators. There's a ton of them that are really funny on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Do you think that had you not gotten into radio, that you would have been one of these people creating content for social media?
Not about me personally, I don't think. No. But what I should have done, and I don't want to bore people with details, but I was involved in this motorsport complex called Driveway Austin. Mm-hmm. And if I had started filming YouTube videos out there with all those exotic cars and interesting people and stories and have them tell me about their cars and doing some stuff, like that could have built a great channel.
Yeah. I can see that. Make sure you join us tomorrow, 7 until 8 o'clock for the JB and Sandy show. Grab the podcast version. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.
1031austin.com.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Check out Vizio's complete lineup of home entertainment. From stunning smart TVs to immersive soundbars, Vizio has you covered. Experience entertainment like never before with hundreds of built-in apps, including Watch Free Plus for free live and on-demand TV, all ready to go right out of the box. You can even stream your favorite music, radio, and podcasts with the iHeartRadio app, available on every Vizio smart TV. Transform your entertainment with incredible picture quality and next-level audio. Visit Vizio.com today.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app,